Namaste and hello. Welcome once again. In my last video, we had discussed about the definition of health according to Ayurveda. Ayurveda, the health was explained very beautifully in just two sentences in the form of a shlok. उस श्लोक में हमने समझा था कैसे सम दोष यानी कि बैलेंस्ड वात पित्त एंड कफ एंड सम धातु that is a balanced state of all the dhatus or the systems of the body is important to maintain good health. Also, a term Agni was mentioned in that shlok. Today I will like to discuss something about this Agni. What is this Agni? As the word Agni implies, it means fire. This is that fire which is responsible for the digestion of the food, of whatever we are eating. It is this Agni that is the power to break down the molecules of the food and convert it into the life and energy of each and every cell of our body, leading to perfect health and eternal glow. It is this Agni which is responsible for proper conversion of the food molecules into the energy and the nutrients of the body which are required for the body, and elimination of the waste products from the body and removing the toxins. This Agni needs to be in a state of balance. That is why it was said in that definition, Sam dhatu samagnisht sam malakriya. That is, all things should be in balance. When it is in a state of balance, this leads to holistic health and eternal glow. Whenever you go to an Ayurvedic practitioner, people come to me for their problems like they have under eye circle, dark circles, or they come with joint pains. We firstly diagnose their pulse to analyze their prakriti and then also check their Agni. Because अगर अग्नि आपकी कम है तो जो हमारे अन्न का सार है, that is at the cellular level, that energy will be low and वो हमारी धातुओं को डिस्टर्ब करता है. That is why आयुर्वेद में हमेशा देखा जाता है कि सारे रोगों के लिए सबसे पहले आपके पाचन पे काम किया जाता है, आपके डाइजेशन पर. So you can now understand that Agni is responsible for the physical and the psychological health also. When the Agni is low, you have symptoms like gaseous distension, poor digestion, very low appetite and constipation, also a tired mind. And when this Agni is high, this leads to too much of belching, diarrhea, irritability and anger also, and overperspiration. So for a balanced health, this Agni needs to be in a state of balance. जैसे आप इसको बहुत आराम से समझ सकते हैं, अगर हम किचन में अपना खाना जब बनाते हैं तो खाना बनाने के लिए उस गैस स्टोव की जो आंच है वो एक प्रॉपर फ्लेम और प्रॉपर हीट होना चाहिए, एक प्रॉपर टेम्परेचर होना चाहिए टू कुक डिफरेंट काइंड्स ऑफ फूड. Suppose the temperature and the flame is too high, the food will char on the external surface but will not be get properly cooked from the inside. And when the flame is too low, it takes a long time to cook that food. Same way is the state with the Agni of the body. There are different kinds of Agnis. One is the digestive Agni, जिसको हम जठराग्नि कहते हैं, which is responsible for the digestion in the digestive tract. And then there is Agni at the cellular and the tissue level, which is responsible for the cellular metabolism. Now, when the Agni is good, but you are not taking good food, that food, it takes too much of time to get digested, and over a period of time, it stops getting properly digested, leading to various forms of toxins and then further diseases. When the Agni is low, and above all, the food is also not good, this leads to undigested food, leading to toxins, which is called arm in Ayurveda. This arm gradually, when it becomes too much accumulated in the digestive tract because of the faulty food habits and the lifestyle over a long period of time, it starts moving from the source, that is the digestive tract, to various systems in the body, and it blocks the microchannels. When these microchannels start getting blocked, these lead to various diseases. So this is how diseases are incorporated and built in the body. So now we have understood how a good Agni is important for a perfect health and eternal growth. Today I will like to share with you general tips to maintain a good digestion. The first and the foremost point to understand is eat only when you are hungry. When you feel that you have yet not digested what you had earlier, give your system a break. Observe fast or observe Langhan. Langhan means keeping your system empty for some time till the previous food is digested and you have good digestive fire to take in the next meal. Eat very small quantities of meal. जो हम पहले देखा करते थे, अभी भी देखते हैं कि किसी से अगर हम कुछ खाना लेते हैं तो हमारे इस तरीके से हाथ है. This indicates that your food quantity should be only this much of amount. This is what is required for your body. Don't overeat, don't overtax your system. Next to be understood is having only local and seasonal fruits and vegetables. Prefer to take seasonal foods because nature knows what food is required during what season of the year, and accordingly it is giving you that. So because during that time your body is prepared to digest that particular kind of food only. Try to incorporate all the 6 tastes in your food. 6 रस जिनको हम कहते हैं मधुर, अम्ल, लवण, कटु, तिक्त, कषाय. That is, a bitter taste is also needed in your food. So have all the 6 tastes, which is best mentioned in the Indian thali, which includes all the chutneys, the achar, papad, everything is required to maintain a good digestion. Do not sip cold water with your meal. Try to avoid as much as possible having cold water with your food. Take water which is slightly at a normal temperature, या जिसको हम कहते हैं घड़े के लायक ठंडा पानी जो होता है, सिर्फ उतना ठंडा पानी पीना चाहिए, और वो भी after say around half an hour of your meals. When you have food, avoid water for at least half an hour. These days I find people having cold drinks and bilkul chilled waters with their meals, and especially with the foods like pizzas and burgers, and they have combos like all these soft drinks with it. So what you are doing is you are basically shutting down the Agni with that chilled water. So avoid that, because that will lead to bad digestion and in the long run cause diseases. Next, never eat when you are angry, worried or in anxiety. Give your system a break, because your emotions affect a lot of your digestion. Next important point to consider is chew your food very well. Let it be a little liquidy before it gulps down your throat. As it was said कि अपने खाने को उतनी बार चबाइए जितने आपके दांत होते हैं, because the first level of digestion takes place in your mouth. So chewing is very important. Next very important point to consider is the food combinations. This is a very elaborate topic and I would like to take this in a separate session sometime. The various food combinations mentioned according to Ayurveda. Ayurveda basically describes the 4 pillars of food, which I will try to take in my subsequent videos. Those are the quality, quantity, the time and the combinations. आपका खाना किस तरह का होना चाहिए? What should be the quality of your food? Quantity, as I explained, this handful, but it also varies according to your body constitutions. The Vat, Pitta and the Kapha के हिसाब से भी the quantity varies. Time. Time doesn't mean only according to the day clock, that is morning, afternoon and evening. It also means according to the systems and what foods to be taken at what time is also an important consideration in Ayurveda. And next is combination. So combination is very important. One food combination I would like to mention, which we should always avoid, is milk with any other food. Milk should never be taken with either breads, fruits, or any grains. So milk is to be taken as one separate food, and at least with an gap of 1 hour before something whatever else you want to eat. There should be at least a gap of 1 hour when you have had your milk. So these are the general guidelines that I shared with you today to have a good digestion. Stay safe and stay healthy. Thank you.